Welcome to the Your Peak Life podcast. Let's conquer the summit of life and reach the apex of our potential.
All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Your Peak Life, this time broadcasting live in Jamaica, not just with us and the usual faces you see. We have some extra faces here, a.k.a. our better halves. So I want everyone to go around the room. We're going to start with you. I do, Mr. Hey, you're the one sweating your ass off over there because, you know, you're nervous about being on camera like normal. But realistically, Evil Edgar, you can actually take the mic.
I'm Edgar Munoz.
There you go.
Is my beautiful wife, Cookie.
Hello.
I'm LJ Hunt, and Tori's not here. So.
Bring the microphone over your tongue.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Put your arm around Adam.
I'm LJ Hunt, and Tori's not here. She's back home with the kids. So.
I'm Jama Botterbush, and this is my better half, Adam.
I'm Eric Edwards, and this is Jacqueline.
Hello. And Julian Rivera, this is Myra Villaluna, my wife. All right, so we're here. So far, Edgar, tell us about the trip, man. We've been here for a little over 24 hours, all of us.
We're burnt. So this is our second day. This is our
Put on sunscreen.
This is our second peak performance trip with Iron Valley Real Estate, and we usually bring the wives and husband.
Appreciate that.
To be clear, I'm a proud dependopotamus. I've said that many of times. And I mean, first of all, I just want to ask the ladies, like, how's it been so far?
Yeah, Adam, how's it been?
Well, I'm going to identify as a man today, but it's been wonderful. The weather's great. Appreciate everything. Go ahead. How's it been?
It's been great. It's very relaxing to get away from the family for a little bit. Weather's nice.
It's been great. How about you, babe?
Very relaxing. I got to sleep at like 9 with no one waking me up, and no one woke me up till 9.
Right, and all of us came from Virginia, minus Eric and Jackie. It's snowing in Virginia.
It is snowing as we're taking a phone call, and I love this because you never know what's going to happen on Your Peak Life podcast. And she's so quiet, we can't hear what's going on, but you know it's really quiet? The phones right now, because everyone's home and they ain't got shit else to do because it's snowing a lot back home. You seen the pictures yet? People have been sending them like all the time.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, I really think that this is probably the best week for us to go because Virginia is literally going to be shut down for the next 5 days.
Right.
I mean, there's basically going to be no real estate transactions going on. Pickers are getting pushed back. All kinds of stuff is going on. So
yeah,
as far as us being here and doing what we need to do, it's the right time for sure.
Best case scenario.
Agreed.
LJ, earlier, I was like, yes, all of our competition can't be
No.
selling houses.
Right, perfect timing. Well, hold on. I got a question. How long have you guys been married for?
We've been together for 15 years. We've been married since 2018 and just actually had the reception and ceremony just a hair over 2 weeks ago.
Exactly. You guys just came back from Jamaica.
But you're trying to get me in trouble. You didn't think I knew my numbers? Come on, bro. I got this.
So which anniversary date are you using?
That's a good question. We've been talking about that.
That sounds like a good one.
Which one?
The
February
anniversary.
1st.
Yeah.
February 1st?
Because the other one was July.
5.
Yeah, 20.
Well, what's the problem with the other one?
Because I don't remember if it's 2017 or 18.
Same.
The same thing.
Bruh. You guys, how long have you guys been married? Eric, Jackie?
We've been married 8 years, together 10 years.
Gee. But you guys met in the military?
Yeah, we met in Bahrain. Yeah.
Yeah, we were at the same squadron. Didn't know it.
You were okay. So you guys were in the same squadron.
Well, Eric's being shy, so Eric does tell a pretty good story
does.
about like seeing Jackie like across the bar,
All right, so-
green eyes,
Is
like
that
the
what
whole
this-
nine. Like he's shy, but
Hold on.
he
Okay.
tells
Okay.
a good story.
So for the podcast, Julian and his wife met at Granby Theater.
Correct.
You were just there. You weren't DJing or working.
No,
this
we were
time.
just literally just out enjoying ourselves.
Okay. You guys met in the military.
Correct.
You guys met in high school and you kidnapped them from your little town. LJ?
How long have you guys been together?
20 years.
20 years.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm not kidding. She
decades.
kidnapped them.
Good night. Rob.
I did tell him we were getting married.
There you go.
He just found out last week.
I'm going to be on the record
And then
that
you,
it's false.
LJ?
She did say that.
So Tori and I got married in 5/2/14. So that's almost 11 years now. And then we've been together since she was 20, so almost 15 years.
And you met her where?
When I was bartending down to the oceanfront, she became a waitress Nobody cares, right?
No, but start from there.
Keep it going.
And
No,
start
we're
from there.
Julian.
She
We're
became-
only
Yeah, so Tori actually became a waitress at the bar that I was working at. I was bartending at the time, and I was dating somebody at the time. She was dating somebody at the time. I ended up breaking up with the girl that I was dating, and all of a sudden she broke up with the guy that she was dating. Come to find out, she was actually still dating him when we started dating. So she's not here, so
Because she's not
no,
here.
can't defend herself. But yeah, she kind of came after me, and then
Tori,
I guess the rest is history.
cochina.
but, yeah, that's it.
Your grit, your consistency.
Not me, bro. I was not the best person in my 20s, in all honesty.
I mean, I don't
so,
think anybody was, but now you guys are still here.
yeah, we're doing
Cookie,
good.
how'd you meet your husband?
Uh-oh.
How did we meet?
Did you guys meet?
We did.
When
stole
did that happen?
I got her drunk at a Raider game.
Nice.
He did.
Oakland, LA. When was that?
Oakland.
Which one?
Oh, it was Oakland,
Oakland?
Raiders.
Okay,
Yeah,
Oakland,
yeah, yeah.
LA, Vegas.
Well, we were both in the military, but we got free tickets because we were doing the flyover. Or our squadron was doing the flyover.
Okay.
And we just so happened to be sitting next to each other.
He followed me and sat next to me.
Her friend was my friend, whatever.
My friend was my friend.
What a creep.
But we worked at the same command. We didn't even know each other.
'Cause I worked upstairs.
She worked inside. I worked outside like a slave.
Nice.
So how did you get her? Like, did you roofie her? How did she come with you?
So I'm just a player. Like so. First, she
You
tried to
had
play
game back
me.
then?
First, she tried to play me because at a stadium it's like $8 a beer, and we're talking military pay.
It was like,
$8 a beer.
Like, yeah, $8.
And so I got a round for our friends, got another round, and then she's like, "Hey, go get us another round." I was like
that.
and I was like, "Bitch, you go get a round," because I had a 2-drink limit with women.
But I had all this cash in my pocket, so I took it out of my pocket. And,
And she just threw it at me.
And I was like, yeah, just go get it.
So I went and spent all her money.
But you know what's funny?
Like I came back with a
We
tray
got
of
free
beer.
treats for everybody.
That was
There goes my
As long as it's not like the.
that was a truck note.
my truck note.
She was trying to be cool and I spend her truck money. That's literally it. That's how we met. And then we
How long
like
have we been married?
17 years.
You're right.
20, 2000, I was going to say 20, 2008,
Oh.
2007, October 6th,
So,
2007.
Yeah, so
You're safe.
it's coming up.
Yeah.
so then all you guys have been together. I don't think anyone's been not together for less than 10 years, which is cool. And it sounds like y'all been together the longest, over 20, right? Now you haven't been married 20 years. You've been together 20.
Been married for 20 years.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
You obviously didn't watch the podcast.
Really?
Did it for the BAH.
I'm with that.
Buy a house. Buy a
For the
house.
record,
right?
not the Tricare, just the BH.
Not the track.
Now,
Well, we're
Go ahead.
from a tiny town in Illinois, and in order for me to move to Virginia, where he was getting stationed, we needed the money. Like,
Right.
housing was triple the price of where we're from. I said, "Where are you going?" He said he got his first orders to Virginia, and I was like, "Well, I'm coming with you." And he's like, "We can't afford to live there," and I was like, "Well, I guess we're getting married."
That was about it.
He said, "I have to ask my mom."
Nice.
She said no.
She said,
oh, she didn't say no.
Do it anyway. I'm out of here,
So
Mom.
we did do it anyway, and we didn't tell her.
Oh,
For how long? Yeah.
Over a year.
About a year.
And how'd she find out?
yikes.
She worked at the local dentist office in my town because we're from a town apart, and someone told her, and she called and asked. And we didn't lie at that point. We just never told her
It's just
initially.
omission. It's an omission.
How long did she not talk to you after that?
I don't know. I think she was fine.
30 minutes.
I'm pretty sure she really knew, but she wanted some closure in her time.
Fair. So now everyone's been here or been together for a while here, and this is Ryan and I's first trip on the peak performance trip. This is only the second one, but all you guys went last year to Cancun, right?
Yes, and that was a great time.
Got you. And did you guys do any kind of podcast or any recording like this there?
No, I just carried everything for fun, and we didn't record shit.
Well, no, we did, but we brought Ryan.
No, we
last
did
time,
Ryan,
so
but
we did
not a
some solo
podcast. So we
ones,
did have a
yeah.
videographer, photographer that
Okay.
We did some
kind of
solo
captured everything,
interviews.
but
Got you.
I think we did better with our own.
Perfect. Fair. You live and you learn. So then now you had Cancun, and now we have Jamaica. I know we're only one day in here, but Eric, favorite place so far? Not for peak performance trip, not in your life.
Oh, like this trip?
This one or the
particular-
last one, from a location standpoint.
Location? Last one was cheaper. Seemed cheaper.
Typical air cancer. I love it.
Company man, company dollar. Like it. That's
Experience.
good. That's
No, but
good.
literally since I've been here, I've been on my computer the entire time, other than when I was playing volleyball with you guys.
Got it. So
Yeah,
we shouldn't
so-
have started with you. Understood.
Yeah.
Jama, what's up with you? How about that?
Cancun.
Okay.
The food at that resort was so good.
It was pretty good.
So good. I would go back just for the food.
And then, but you went back in December, right?
We did. We stayed at a different resort when
Okay.
we went back, but yes, the food was. And a bunch of us did a catamaran trip there, which
Yeah.
is hella windy here, and so
Right.
I don't know if we're gonna make it on one, but
Do wind
that was
tunnel?
like the peak of that trip. It was amazing.
Nice. LJ?
I'd say the hospitality and the like overall vibe was better in Cancun, but
Right.
like the people are very island and relaxed, and like that portion of it is definitely island time. Like you get more island time here,
Yep.
as opposed to when you did in Cancun. But yeah, the food was definitely better, and I think that the overall experience was probably better so far. Again, it's only been a day.
Been a day,
Been here
right.
a day.
Cancun's better, bro.
You've been here for
Cancun.
Like I'm with my
Smoking like
people.
a true Mexican.
Like that's our culture. We party and
wanna
we
go
eat
home.
good.
I want to go home.
I mean, you're right, LJ. You've been here like 9 hours, so I guess I'll ask you the same question in 4 days, and then I'll ask you all the same question. Biasly, we weren't there last year, so this is our favorite place, and so far so good.
You've been here like 8 times though, right?
This is
To
our
Jamaica.
seventh time to Jamaica.
Seventh time.
Why?
We
Why?
We like the vibe.
yeah. We like
Gotcha.
There you
Like
go.
there, you didn't want to try like a different vibe.
I mean,
No,
we've
we really liked it here. We really liked it here. Well, in Jamaica in general.
So, question for you, real quick, going back to Granby Theater because we just had our award ceremony there, and you posted a nice little post of this is where we were sitting, this is where I met her. How do you approach you that night?
Well,
Like, is Julian?
no, he
Is
was,
it chubby Julian or is it now Julian?
You mean when Julian ate Julian?
Yeah.
I was like never worked out before, but 20-something-year-old Julian, 25-year-old Julian,
yeah, she was.
kind of dorky.
Yep.
He had like this skinny
Oh, I've
mustache,
seen pictures of
chin
that.
strap.
You're like a bell curve.
I've
as
seen
far
that
as
one.
your
Okay,
weight.
I know which one you're talking about.
She loved it.
Yeah, he was some like my friends' friends or different friends. Our friends groups met up,
Right.
and then all history from there.
All right, I'll tell you the story. All right, so the story.
Here's how
There's
really
the
happened.
story. There's
This is how it
Yeah, he can't keep his mouth shut. Go
so
ahead.
There was a time that this is when Grammy Theater was a club. Like every weekend it was popping there. So then I knew people there. So we had Friday night we'd go out to the VIP booth. We're acting like we're ballers. They had these bottles of fucking Toso champagne, like $20 bottles. We buy 5 of them and we're taking pictures every week doing this shit, like young boy stuff, right? Cool. Word. We got Toso. I have no idea what that brand is to this day, but we were drinking it.
$8
Yeah, $8 champagne. We're paying $20 for or something. Anyway.
reverse inflation. Like,
Right. We had the booth for free. Anyways, we knew it. My boy Blake, who was my barber at the time, knew Myra and her friend group down there. So we was like 8 guys. There was no chicks. Like, we need some girls up here. What are we doing? So he happened to know them. It was her. It was you and 3 of your friends at the time, right? Came up there, or maybe whatever it was. Anyways, came up there, locked in. First 30 minutes, that picture that you saw, her friend took a picture of us like randomly that night. So that was cool that we had it. And then that was my boys going away party. And we were, we're young, we're having fun, we're out there, whatever. At the end of the night, it was like we had a bigger crowd, just ended up seeing people, knowing people. We're like, let's keep this party going. We're going to go back to my boy's house. Everyone said yes. So I'm like, let's go. All right, perfect. No, that didn't happen. So we go, not even close. So, but we had a good time.
2
Everyone
drink
went back
limit, my guy.
I learned, but we went back there, and I was just politely persistent for weeks, and she just never stopped answering my calls. So we're here 15 years later.
Gotcha. Did you guys meet on the flight deck or something?
No.
Like, were you in a flight suit? Like, did you see Jackie?
No.
Like,
We-
tell the people like what you used to do in the Navy.
I was an air crewman. I flew.
What's an air
in-
crewman?
I was a crew chief in H-53s,
What's an
a
H-53?
helicopter in the Navy.
That's pretty cool.
so
basically, you're a
Jackie's a
badass.
badass. She just doesn't want to freaking tell us. Is that used to be? You're still
Yeah,
badass.
she's still
my
badass.
So
dude.
he saw you
If
get out
you're
the
with that guy, you're a badass.
Yeah,
all
so
right? That's-
Eric saw you
that's
get
all
out the
I'm saying.
helicopter in your flight suit, and he was like,
Yeah.
like Top Gun, saluted you, saluted you.
Oh, that's not how that went.
No. I've definitely saluted a lot of air crewmen though in my time in the Navy. But no,
Gotta look at the
we were at a bar. It was me and my buddy Sonny, and I seen her standing at the bar, and obviously, in Arabic countries, women aren't necessarily served first before anybody. So she's just standing there. I'm like, Sonny, who is that? Now, granted, Sonny just said, I don't know who that is, because I'm just seeing her backside. What's up in the silhouette? Just like. So I elbowed next to her in the bar, and I didn't look at her at all. I was like, hey, what are you drinking? She tells me it's Jameson and ginger ale. So I ordered my Mike, the vodka Red Bull, as I still drink today. Ordered hers. He put her drink in front of me because obviously, as a man, you think, no. Yep. And then I looked at her, and I looked into those eyeballs, and I literally didn't say a word. I said, whoop. I walked away. I put my drink in front of Sonny. I was like, I'm going back to the room. That's how we first met.
That sounds fun.
But then
and Sunny knew who I was.
Sonny 100% knew who she was. Mm-hmm. I thought she was probably British because in Bahrain, it's mostly either Russians, Asians, for a purpose, those people. And then like you had the British and then Americans. Well, we were the only people there as Americans, so it's like you think, okay, I've never seen her before. Right. Then I seen her on the flight line, and I was like, fuck, she's air crewman.
Like, see, my story just sounds way better. Like she's getting out the helicopter. And it's badass.
Yours was a lot better, yeah. But the next weekend, it was our mutual friend's birthday, and she seen me from like. This is my point of view. It might be different. So I see her, she sees me, and then like literally like a lioness like comes going across the bar.
The music start and everything.
No, it was just going and like eye contact the whole time, and then literally I haven't left her alone since.
I think I was so drunk that my eye was kind of going this way, and I was just trying to get to the bathroom.
And you ran into Eric.
So
that's my story.
So Jackie, you married the wrong guy.
So one point that Julian made a little earlier is obviously we've all been married for a little while. Ladies, what's a piece of advice or anybody for a happy marriage? Cookie?
Straight to Cookie? Dang. And how do you think?
Before he even ended.
I'm over here falling asleep. I was like, what are you saying? For our marriage, it's our marriage. So I don't have advice for anyone because I only know my husband. So I would just tell everyone, get to know your husband and be his best friend. Thank you, Edgar.
Yeah, I'll say the same thing. I was like, keep everybody out of your marriage.
Everybody.
Yeah, we mind our own business, and that's my best friend. That's really it. Very simple. And I think you guys already know here, even on this vacation, me and her could just dip out and do our own thing. I think that's the best part about it.
I was waiting for the tears.
Right.
I'm not gonna cry.
He's not gonna cry because I'm here. Like if I'm not here, he'll cry.
Any advice for people watching out there? 10 years.
I think we should go the 2 decades over there and get some real wisdom.
High school.
LJ's like vacation alone.
I mean, well, that's true. I mean, small town.
For me, it's going peak performance trips alone, like do everything without her, extremely vain.
Here's the actual question for you guys, right? Like, you've been together for 20 years since your teens, and it's like you were traveling, you were home, she was traveling, I was home. Like, there's some real commitment, and you can have commitment issues there. Like,
we're the same as you guys. Like, I call him my best friend husband. So I think it is, like you said, just having the friendship along with being married. Like, that's got to be part of it. So, and we're a team. We switched roles when I started real estate. So he was always gone in the military, and then once he was kind of winding down, going to retirement as I picked up. So then I was always the one gone. So we just kind of switched roles. It worked out, I guess.
Adam, how do you feel about that now?
He said I have to work the next 20 years because he worked the first 20 years.
Correct. Yeah, you just go fishing in your compound. Like,
yeah.
I try to stay on her nerves every once in a while to keep it interesting. That's about it.
Good man.
Then she kicks me out of the house. I get to go fishing. That's how you go fishing. You get a bit of nerves. Then you get out. You get to go fishing whenever you want. No, in reality, it's been a fun 20 years. Definitely had ups and downs, but it was easy to work through with her. And like she said, being a best friend that's it. You can get through anything.
It's work, but You make it work. And we're both not quitters, so like even if we wanted to, we're not going to.
Not at all.
Nice. Edwards.
No, you're up next. I'm not talking.
He's like, I'm not falling in that trap. I ain't getting in trouble.
Just take it easy on me.
I would say patience.
That's a good
I
one.
think that, especially with him,
Well,
a
yeah, it comes out,
whole
you know
lot
your
of
husband.
patience. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta listen and just say, okay. Yeah. We listen and we listen.
We don't judge.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in all honesty, the peak performer should go get coffee, and you guys should just like talk, and then we'll come back 15 minutes later, and we'll watch it afterwards. That's what should happen.
Surprise.
But in all honesty, that'd be awesome. I think.
Ready, break. No, we're not here. No.
So,
We can do that.
I know what I think, but I talk all the time.
Oh, well.
you do?
I would say communication.
That's mine.
I mean, it's like a constant struggle. Like, our worst days are when we don't communicate well. So, our best days are when we communicate great. So, communication, just always being on the same page. Because half the time I'm like, you didn't tell me that. Who? You were telling LJ or somebody. Whatever. Like, he thinks I know
Work
what he
wife.
does.
Am I your
all
work
day long.
wife? Do you want to come sit here? Is that?
No, wait, you just called it.
That's communication.
That's communication.
Did they just call it more?
Well, before he starts talking, right? Like, I'm gonna bring something. Go ahead, Julian. What do you got?
What she said. I mean, communication's key. And even though I can say I talk for a living sometimes, it makes sense to be consistent. And being consistent in everything is one of the hardest things. But it's not that hard when you can tell the person next to you your best friend. Like you're saying, even your hardest days, you're gonna have ups and downs and shit. But
Work through it.
we just get through it. I mean, what the fuck? We're not gonna quit. Obviously, it's not even an option. If she told me to leave, I'd come back tomorrow. So,
So here's one question for the ladies. So, and I'm gonna speak for her.
uh-oh.
So
Wait, what?
when
What kind of relationship do you guys have?
I'll speak for her.
I'll speak for her. I'm a mansplain. No, she could throw in another thing on this. So when you ladies were pregnant, with your children, what was like the thing you hated the most about your husband? Because one thing she hated about me was like the way I put on my socks.
I couldn't stand it.
I'm gonna go ahead and answer for Jama.
Let all the men.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
The way you chew.
That's still true to this
Jackie,
day.
Did you hate me?
I don't think.
at any point, any
She's actually happier
Yeah.
when she's pregnant.
really?
Like, it was really good.
I wasn't aggravated at all. I don't know.
Just now she is.
After.
Lucky man. That's good.
Myra, did you have anything
The way he slept, I don't know, he slept so good.
with his little mustache?
Sleeping so good while I'm like struggling.
It's not me snoring or anything. That's not just me knocked out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just putting on my socks. I fucking hate the way you put
Why does he put on his socks like that?
All right, we gotta see. How do you do it?
on my socks. Like,
No, show us. Take it
that
off.
why
No,
you're
I'm not
wearing
taking on my
socks?
socks.
One at a time.
I got
all
socks.
hate it. No, at the same time. There has to be a new way we don't know about.
right,
Show
so
us,
don't-
come on.
It wasn't, and he says
Cookie,
it's
make
just his
him do it.
socks, but it was like everything about him.
Make
Like
him
the
do
way
it. Show us.
he breathed,
Go
the
ahead.
way he would say Cookie, I'd be like, why does he fucking say my name? Like
The way he breathed.
The way he was breathing, I would watch him while I was sleeping. Like, who the fuck breathes like that? I hated everything about him. Like the first month I was pregnant, and then I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I like hate everything about him. Everything, even the way he puts on his socks. And she's like, don't hate him, because in our culture, if whoever you hate, the baby's gonna look like her. And look at Kayleen, looks just like her damn daddy.
So here's a good question though. So when, for the spouses anyways, when we were opening or you guys were becoming partners, how did you guys feel? When he came home and said, I'm gonna be a part of Iron Valley.
Well, it's really just you because there is no
I
wife.
like thinking.
Tori's not here, so
Well, I mean, I could answer most of these questions in all honesty. As we're going
Myra's
through
here. Hold on,
every
bro.
single one.
Myra's here. Go ahead, Myra.
Well,
You could be honest too.
Julian's always doing something extra. And I mean, not even a joke. He's always doing something extra. And I'm like, okay, how much time is this going to take away from the kids and I? I mean, I really treated it like it was just another thing because he's always bringing stuff home. But I think this is a very good, like a productive taking him away from us. Like instead of DJing for other
rest of
people all
them.
the time, it's working, but in a good, like a positive thing. I think it's positive.
What you got, Adam?
She'll tell you, she was very hesitant. She didn't know if she wanted to take on the leadership
All the
role.
time, yes.
And I said, send it. And she was like, I really don't know. But that was the same way of her getting into real estate. She would not give up the.
everything.
Was she like that?
She 100% is like that. 100%.
I overthink everything. You know.
So yeah, like when I met
That's a
Jama, I
podcast for
drove
another day.
2 hours to go sign her up to the company.
Cookie,
I had
how'd you
literally
feel?
met her, drove home.
How'd you
She's like,
feel,
if you don't
Cookie?
come back now, I'm just fuck it. Like I'll do it.
I
I was like,
So
all
So
right,
everyone
don't
share
test me.
his mic,
I drove
right?
it to
So I gotta
Phoenix, left
think,
it in my
LJ.
car, and I was like, I can't give it to you today. And I went home, and he later I was like, okay, I'm doing it.
He's like,
He
if
said,
you
"I'm
don't come
coming,
over,
agent, you're
if you don't
fine."
come over right now, I'm not gonna do this. I was like, say less. On my
I'll be
way.
home later.
And that's how it went too. He like, I took a sign, took some stuff, and left. So I had to get LJ's mic because you won't share yours.
Go ahead.
So I was answering a question, then you went off on another question. So for me, it was Edgar followed me around for like the last 15 years of my career, my Navy career. Like got out of the Navy, and I was like, "Hey, we're going to Japan." He was like, "Fuck it, let's go to Japan." And then I had my son.
Lemoore, San Diego, Temecula, Japan. Every 2 to 3 years we're moving.
We're
yes.
gone. And then we had our son, and then I was like, hey, I can't make chief sitting on shore duty, so sorry, you got to follow me to now Virginia, and we're leaving, in a month. We're supposed to be in Japan for 3 years, and we were only there for about a year. So they're like, you guys are leaving. So he followed me around my whole career. So now I was like, all right, whatever he wants to do, I'm all in. So anything, now I have to like the way he puts on his socks, the way he breathes, and I'm here for it.
All right, so Jackie, when we came home from DC and I said, we're going to open up Iron Valley, what did you think?
I think I just said do it, but I was just starting nursing school, overwhelmed. We just had Liam as well, and we had the 2 kids. But I think it was very overwhelming at the time, for sure. But it paid off.
Paid off. Paid off.
Someone cried. I
Was
knew
that
somebody was going to do it. Someone was going to do it.
He's like, get in there,
I'm not
tear.
crying. You're crying.
Wait, they haven't fallen yet.
Well, I mean, now you guys made a huge move.
Right.
I mean, you have an established business partners, and then you're like, which we knew you've been saying it. I'm going to move to California.
That was always the 5-year plan that I knew about.
Right. But it happened. And we were there to watch you move, which was super stressful. Not only finding mold in behind one of your bathrooms or
man.
something. Like there was a couple of things that happened to your house.
Renovation.
Right. You pretty much lived through a remodel.
Right.
With
Got-
a newborn.
With the newborn, correct. And then got the house ready for sale, then packed up all the kids. You could say all the kids, dogs, cats, everything you got, and moved to California.
Yeah, all 10 of us, right? 10 of us? Yeah, 10.
In RV.
All 10 of us on RV, right?
Yeah, the RV trip.
That was it was good. Not recommended with 4 dogs. The kids were good.
So 3 dogs. then.
I would say the dogs.
No, I think the animals are probably the toughest part.
I guess my stress was different. Well, you know what's funny? Like, it was the 5-year plan, but now that it happened, it's there. Now, granted, it's just part of the plan, right? You move, you have to get used to a new area. She's super happy, has the whole family. You know, we have a ton of support. The area is beautiful. The agents are different.
Yeah.
The lenders are different. The community is different. And it's like the stress of trying to get established again. And it's not even clientele because I already have clients. It's everything that comes with it. Real
It's
estate,
the rest of the industry.
right? Real
itself.
estate is different there.
Community that you built here,
Right.
there.
Right. It's a completely different thing. So, I mean, it's still stressful to this day. She knows that I barely sleep. I've literally got like 3 hours of sleep a day for the last 2 months.
You look good for not sleeping.
I'm not dead yet. But it's just the stress because it's like, who could help me do this? Who could help me train? You know, now there's some training I'm doing, but it's not like the firm I'm with, nobody would hire me. I went to 42 locations and every one of them told me no.
Wow. Really?
Not because I'm an agent,
That's
not because I'm a
different.
successful agent, because
Because
I
I'm
own a
broke,
company.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if they had a nationwide reach, the answer was immediately no.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them started, well, what is your plans moving forward. And I'm not going to lie to you and say, I'll plan on working with you forever.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know, my plan is to get my broker license here, open my own branch, and then the conversation's over.
And then some of them wanted you to give up your license here and all that.
There's a few big name companies that are like, wanting me to either give up my license or bring the whole company over to them. And I'm like, absolutely not. It's not going to happen. I mean, you probably know them, but
Good talk. No, I'm out of
yeah,
here.
no, I mean, you know, it was difficult. It's still difficult, but we'll get through it, right? Like
You know what
we
they
do
say in
everything else.
Jamaica, man? They say, we don't have problems, man. We only have situations.
That's it. I mean, but that's what it is. That's all it is. I mean, it'll come together.
It will. Just a matter of when.
Yeah,
Patience. She
Well,
keeps telling me
it's
patience.
interesting how kind of your roles are a little bit reversed because you had a really super established business here after a couple of years, and you were
Right.
rocking and rolling for the past couple, where she was getting her nursing stuff and everything, and she was uncomfortable with the kids and everything else that was going on, but you were kind of good with the industry, and then
Right.
you guys make this move, and now she's comfortable with the kids, with the job, with the family, and now you're stressed.
Right. And then
Yeah,
her
for
school
your
starts
mind.
again
Yeah, I start school again.
for
You'll be a doctor. You're going for
No, nurse
doctor?
practitioner.
Nurse practitioner.
The boss.
Yeah, because she's still a
The
badass
one that
working in
does the
emergency
work,
care.
right? The actual work in the
Yeah, yeah.
hospital is her.
It's all online, so we'll see how that goes.
I mean, just to speak for my better half, the initial transition was the first transition. So, I mean, during COVID and everything, I was still working 70, 80, 90 hours a week, 6 days a week, just kind of working, but I was working for the big corporation. And then it was actually Tori's idea for me to do something different. She was like, hey, you got to get out. Like, you're going to have a heart attack. Like, you're stressed. You're there open to close. It's insane. I was actually talking to Evie. We were down getting coffee like an hour ago. And she, is in that life still after 2 decades. She owns a restaurant. It's like Friday, Saturday night, you are there until it's over. And then Sunday during the day. And then you're prepping and then your orders. And, so it was just a wild thing. And me jumping into real estate was still me working. I mean, 60, 70, 80 hours a week, 6 to 7 days a week. And I mean, she's not here, but it's because of her that I am here. Not only because of the past 4 years at this point, but also because like she couldn't come, I wasn't going to come. And she said, no, you're going. And I was like, why? I was like, no, I'm going to stay with you. I mean, we just, again, for everybody watching, like we just had a newborn as well. That's why she's not here. She was like, no, you're going. Like, you deserve this. You've earned this. Like, go. But that's the support. That's the communication that we go back and forth. And so, like, for the past 3 days, we got the snowstorm coming. Like, I'm out in the yard, freaking taking care of everything for the snowstorm. Like, we planned the flight out so I was there to put the kid on the bus, to be able to take the trash out, to be able to do all the things so that she was literally locked in for 4 or 5 days, even before the snowstorm. But we kind of planned everything out to make sure she was good to go, take care of the household while I was here trying to relax. But, just like you and everybody else, I'm on the computer 9 out of 10 hours a day anyway.
Where would you ladies like to go next year?
Ooh, that's a good question. I like that one.
Cookie, you're first.
Give her the microphone.
How is
We need to get knocked out with this
Just
thing.
say spouses, ladies and gents.
Spouses.
You have to say spouses.
Adam, do not.
Spouses.
Actually, I have to ask you
Adam's
now.
like,
Fuck, now I gotta be polite. Where would you, ladies and gentlemen, like to go next year?
Adam, you can go first.
he's like, fishing.
Hey, men go first.
Then go for it.
That's a pretty good question. I don't know. I've never been on a cruise.
I
do
The issue with the cruise is that we're surrounded by Navy, and a lot of them do not want to go on a boat again. And so
We do not care.
yeah, exactly.
I'm down for it.
Where would you like to go?
I'm afraid I'll throw up.
Don't be afraid. Don't be scared.
I'm ready to go anywhere in Europe.
Dramamine,
Drug
right?
myself.
Anywhere in Europe?
Anywhere in Europe.
Well, you've been to Europe. You've
I
been
have.
to Japan, obviously, but that's Asia.
We went to, we
where do you want to
rode
go?
I'd like to go to Hawaii.
Go on.
I'm with it.
No, wait. Did you guys live there? Did you guys,
What about you, babe?
I don't know. Caribbean something? I don't know. Maybe Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Yeah. I've been there.
You say you have or haven't?
No, we haven't.
Book it.
Costa Rica's a good one.
LJ, what about you?
I mean, I love Aruba. But that's just me. That's one happier island. So it's Oh, okay. Well,
Jamo.
to Aruba or just in general?
No, next year.
Oh,
I'd go back to Mexico.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let's go back to
Down to
Mexico.
Mexico. Cabo.
She's like, I just want to
Go.
go there.
Yeah,
Cabo?
when we say Mexico, we saying Cancun, we saying Cabo.
No, he said
Mexico
we could
City.
do, like Cabo.
I'm down for Cabo, to be
Cabo
fair. That would be
is
dope.
nice.
The west coast of Mexico.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Yeah, Cabo.
Book it.
Cabo.
Cabo or a cruise?
That one too.
Cabo or a cruise is what I'm saying.
I like the cruise.
Why don't we do a cruise and Cabo's
To
one
Cabo.
of the
Wow, yeah, exactly.
One cruise out of Cabo.
Yeah, it is.
Cabo.
That west side area cruise.
Right.
Viking.
I've got a question for the group. What does it take to be here?
Working
For
our
everybody
asses
else, but like, what does it really take? Like, you look at the support system that's in this room right now, and you think about like how hard do we work and being top performers and all that other stuff, but it really doesn't happen without the people that are sitting next to
It
you.
takes our spouses.
It really does.
Picking up our slack, so picking up
Yeah.
kids from school.
Yeah.
Picking up and dropping off kids to school.
Like the rest of the
Changing
life.
your time.
Doing shady oil changes.
oil changes.
Oh,
She's
lots of oil
changing all my
changes.
flat tires.
Lots of oil changes. Jamie, you need a showing agent,
I
it
will
sounds
be doing
like.
that.
So you don't do that.
I concur.
So that they get flat tires.
Yeah, exactly. And then he can go fishing more. So, happy wife, happy life.
I think me and Adam, I changed one of your tires. Adam changed
Oh, yeah.
another 3 last year.
Yeah.
You need to learn to stop running
That's
over
the thing.
nails.
You need bigger, better tires.
Learn how to change tires.
Discount Tire actually told me in the last 2 years I've been there 12 times.
Where are you driving?
A lot of new
North
construction sites.
Carolina. That makes sense.
That'll do
Then.
it.
For us to get us here, we needed grandma. So without grandma
Facts, yeah.
and
Yeah.
her tamales, like we wouldn't be here. He's trying to say something. I won't give him the mic.
No, because for us, we had small children. So,
But they're not small. They're big, small.
no, they were
kids.
small when we started. So, like, instead of spending $1,200 to $1,500 on daycare, we bought grandma a house and spent the money on her to watch our kids. I think that was a way better
The
investment.
I think the ROI on that's way better.
Yeah,
for
that's,
sure.
For sure.
For sure.
I agree.
I concur.
Well, I mean, they can think about like Cancun. We flew her mom from California to Virginia.
That's right.
But like on a deeper level, it does come down to the sport, right? Like you got to think if you're doing the limit was what 9 million this year
Yeah.
to get here.
Yeah.
So the amount of people you had to speak to, the amount of hours you were in the street or doing late night searches and conversations for you guys. I know it's frustrating when you just want to have a conversation and then the phone rings or you're at dinner
And you
the
pop the
phone
laptop
rings.
open,
Yeah.
or it's like, I got to ratify this offer, I got to take this call,
Right.
or, it's,
Well, Adam's getting a taste of that because he's working on getting his contractor license in Virginia, but he's already got his insurance and everything. So he's working in North Carolina. And now his phone goes off. I'm like, oh, why are you Adam?
Welcome to the
Goes
club.
around, goes around.
Do you guys have any boundaries?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
as far as the work life schedule? at
I
all?
had to get better about cutting people off as far as phone calls. I'll still text sometimes, but usually like 8, 9 o'clock I'm done before I would be on that phone all hours of the night.
I'm a no phones at dinner type of person.
Okay.
we implemented that
Answer
this
the
year. I think that was a good one.
Like literally, we all get in trouble. All of us, kids, me, she'll start snatching them off the table.
Yes, you should.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's just
You hold on. Myra has a unique life because not only real estate, but the whole DJ everything life, the entertainer side.
I don't know.
What's
What,
any,
I don't even know where. I think that your relationship works because you never see him. Like, in all honesty, because it's like he's a DJ, he's at ODU, he's at the office. I don't know where he is half the time. Like he's in the street showing houses.
40-hour-a-week job as well.
Yeah.
Y'all know.
Yeah, I know. Wow,
So-
and the kids and everything else. It's just
Yeah. I mean, our boundary is it was Sundays was our thing, but he's been trying to add like football and all this other extra.
Which is so fun.
Yeah.
You should just come out.
No,
cheerleading.
no, you
fun.
guys are you real estate people are very aggressive.
Well, everything's a competition.
Everything is a
Yes.
competition.
Did you see volleyball in the pool today?
I know. I was like, I would play, but y'all are crazy.
Wow.
I'm too short. First of all, I'm not gonna jump that high. I already know. It's okay. I'll just watch.
Myra, what do you do?
I'm
For
a
a living.
CT tech at the VA.
Yeah.
So I'm just I'm 40 hours a week, but a very set schedule. I work weekends and Monday, Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm off. But I'm not off because I'm also like a stay-at-home mom on the days that I'm off.
Right.
Like a very stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, Cookie's a stay-at-home mom now, and she hates it.
I don't hate it. I
She
love
was
it.
looking forward to
Best
it.
thing ever.
Interesting,
No.
because
How'd you
all I keep hearing is Edgar's like,
No, it's not.
you hate it. You do hate it? You don't hate
No,
it?
I was telling him I loved it because Edgar was like, "Oh, you're not gonna be a good stay-at-home mom. You're not gonna like it." So I was like, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it," and I hate it. But I was like, "I'm not gonna tell him because then he's gonna know he was right." So I haven't told him.
He's been telling us that you hate
So
it.
you
Like
knew?
you are so bored and like don't want to
I
do
hate
that
it.
for
I
weeks.
hate it.
For weeks.
Because I know my wife. Like, she's not the soccer mom type. Like,
Yeah.
she's not going to go to all the games. She signed up my daughter to fucking Girl Scouts and went to one meeting
We went
and
to
quit.
two meetings. I got
Didn't
a
go after
jacket.
that.
We still haven't answered boundaries. We don't have any.
Boundaries.
Back to the boundaries. We don't have any. I just started. The kids like board games, so I'm like, could you at least spend one time playing board games with them? Because they wait for dad to come home and like, can we play board games? So on Sunday or Monday, we were supposed to do board games and boba, but someone fell asleep. So
Only had 2 hours.
now they get 2 nights when he gets back.
Only had 2 hours of sleep and like.
We try to do Sundays as much as possible, but I try to make it a point because as soon as I walk into the house, like I get bombarded by the kids. It's the kids. It's the kids. Daddy is daddy. You know, I got the littlest one that just wants to see you. So excited. But I make it a point to say hi to my wife first. Right? Like, give my kid a hug. Get over to her. Like, hey, how was your day? Do you need anything? She's like, no, I'm good. Okay, get mauled by the children, right? So that's the kind of that first thing, and then the dinner thing I think is good. Like Tori's been really good recently, especially about, hey, what are we doing for dinner? Like all this sort of stuff. Hey, when are you coming home? That's the communication piece that we talk about. It's like, hey, I got showings until 7. Like I'm not going to be there. Like I'm going to need you to feed the kids. I'll get there after. Or hey, I can be home a little bit earlier today. You know, because now we're adding on just those other things of ownership where it's like, no, I got recruiting calls. I got recruiting meetings. I got to speak with these agents. I got to put out this fire. I got to do this. And then it's like, oh, I got to show houses. I got to send somebody else to show houses. I got to ratify a pick. Yeah, there's just so much going on when you move into that leadership role as well. Like I even saw when we hit grand opening in July. I mean, you look at my first, say 7 or 8 months where, I mean, I obliterated it. And then those last 4 or 5, like, were not very strong. So, like, I probably could have pushed even higher than where I was, but opening the brokerage, having the baby, like, all that sort of stuff kind of.
Open the brokerage, having a baby, kind of sort of stuff. That was
Yeah,
some big
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
bro.
The real easy stuff.
Yeah, it hindered the volume a little bit, is all I'm saying. But, I mean, I also had the privilege of having my team as well locked in. Like, you know, I've been working with them for a couple of years now, and now they've been able to transition into some of the other stuff so I can help build you know, the team within the brokerage and whatnot.
So everybody here has more than one kid. Who's your favorite kid?
Oh, wow.
It's being recorded, so we can show this later.
It's fair. Yeah, you go first, Mr. I asked
the question first.
I don't know. How about you?
Anthony.
Anthony.
Anthony's my favorite kid, too.
It's like easy. Anthony. I like Isaac.
Interesting. Oh, it's Ellie, easily. Zoe doesn't do anything yet. Like, she's just like really happy to see her. I'm like, oh,
Adam.
I love you.
Favorite kid.
That's true.
Oh, my favorite kid, it fluctuates hourly.
To
That's
be
a good
fair,
one.
we have 2 teenage girls, so
It's still more than one.
More than one.
All the girls went,
Who's your favorite kid?
their attitudes fluctuate daily.
Yeah, who's your
it's Leo.
Who's your favorite?
My favorite, it varies daily.
Come
Depends on
on.
who
Asking the hard questions.
I'd say our youngest, Oliver, because he doesn't do anything.
Because he doesn't do it. Okay, so it's the opposite way.
It's because we don't know he's an asshole or not.
Is that?
We haven't started talking yet.
Myra.
Yeah,
Was I supposed to answer that too?
Sorry, Eric.
He's so excited.
I know because I gave him the mic back. Let me see.
I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I do have a favorite. Well, they say favorite. My favorite's Brandon, but he's my eldest, so I want him to grow up faster, which is bad to say, but you know, like you want him to be like mature, but they won't. But Brooke's actually my favorite daughter.
Only daughter.
Perfect.
He hates them all.
I hate them all equally for sure.
That's weird.
It definitely fluctuates. The 3-year-old's really cute until he's on me all the time. Yeah, it varies. It varies.
Ellie is we call her my barnacle. As soon as I get, it's like a boat and a I mean, it is like on my hip, like on time. I told Tori the other day, I was like, can I get a rape whistle? And she was like, you probably need one. I will buy you a rape whistle just so I can blow it. So Tori would be like, Ellie, come here.
I love all my kids equally. There's no right or wrong answer. I say that out of love. So Julian, Jadelle, Janae, Mia, and Miles, love all of you, but all y'all piss me off equally as well. So it fluctuates, and that's my honest answer.
Yeah, no, we all love our children, man. But like
100%.
Kayleen, she's a daddy's girl, so she tells her to her face, saves my seats at all the school field trips, and kicks her mom out.
yeah.
Doesn't invite her mom. It's great.
I'm never invited. The question's over. Why?
Ellie's the same way.
I love
Shout out to
them both,
Kayleen.
But sometimes I like one more than the other.
There you go.
Yeah, it varies.
Elle's is the same way.
varies.
We'll sit at dinner and hey Ellie, what was your favorite part of the day? What didn't you like about the day, right? And then she asks me, and then she'll ask Zoe, and then the conversation's over. She's like, Tori's just like,
I'm right here.
whatever you read it, and it's like that all the time. It's like just not there.
You got to loop her in the conversation.
Yeah.
So Tori, what do you think?
Yeah. What
Really?
about you,
We gotta
babe?
get dinner.
Yeah.
So hold on. Right on top of that, she's obviously hangry. We can tell. That's what happens. However,
Coffee.
this is all going to be directed to the spouse. There's the last question of this podcast episode. If there's one thing that you can say to your spouse that you want them to work on more in 2025 to make your relationship stronger, it don't have to be one word. It can be a line or whatever the hell you want to say. And you guys are outnumbered by a women to a male ratio. So we're going to start with Mr. Adam first. And I want you to kick that off. And there's no nice, mean, straight up, whatever you want to do. In 2025, a goal for her to work on to help you this year.
To help me, I mean, honestly, just let me come into office every once in a while to ask a question. I'm not. That way I don't have to sit on the couch and wait for 3 hours to ask a question, and then I forget after 5 minutes.
That's fair. That's fair.
No, in reality, she does pretty much everything. She supports me. She was the one who's like, get your license, get your license. You're good. You have a talent. Everybody knows it. I enjoy doing remodeling and home repairs. Like, I've always enjoyed it, but I never wanted to charge people. It was literally, I don't.
Oh, can you come over to my house then?
I'm next.
Sign me up.
But no, she pushes me just like I push her, and it's kind of a competition now. So I think I need your help to get your numbers up. I'm gonna push my numbers high.
Hey, it's a double challenge.
Mine's easy for Tori.
Go for it.
I need her to have more of her own time, especially with the baby and the kids and everything. Like, she needs to go with her friends. She needs to kind of detach from our household for a while. And I think that this year we're going to be able to do a lot more with us bringing on more partners and kind of getting our stuff in place and whatnot. Because, I mean, honestly, I was always 6. So last year and a half has been just insane with her being pregnant and having a baby. So
Kind of a big deal.
that's it. Yeah.
This is a big deal.
Yeah. A little bit. Children.
You gotta give her that time though.
Yeah. 100%. So that's on me too.
All the time,
So
like, you gotta be home though.
yeah, exactly.
Who's gonna be with
That's
the kids?
it.
You gotta schedule them to
So it's
DJ
like,
at the
hey,
house.
when are you going to a concert? When are you going to go do stuff? So
For you, I guess you're next now.
Oh, you
You're
already
there.
know.
I think
she just
I know, right?
answered.
Stop,
You just
stop
answered.
taking on so much stuff.
yeah, jerk.
Like after this.
More
It's
Myra
always like-
time.
Well, just not just Myra time, but the little ones time, because we're like seeing a lot of time that we didn't spend with the older kids, and we feel like a little guilty with the younger ones now. And I'm like, okay, well they're young right now, so stop adding all the extra things.
I just
All that
something that always has resonated with me in one of the podcasts that Edgar did a while back, and we were talking about the kids, and he was like, "Man, fuck them kids, man. It's all about Cookie." I mean, facts.
tell the
Like,
kids
and
that,
he,
straight
it
up.
was like to his core. He was like, when all them grown out the house, it's gonna be me and her.
gonna be me.
That's what I was like.
chose her.
And I thought about that for a minute because Mom always been, it's the kids, and I went, shit. And it just shifted kind of my dynamic to make sure that she is okay.
Yeah, you make
as
good
well.
human beings, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the one.
I make gigantic human beings. I don't know how it keeps happening. But
Jackie, what you got for Eric? I'm just getting all your answers so I can
Lord.
copy.
Oh God. Where do I start? No, I'm just kidding. I would say, well, we went from you being gone pretty much from 8 to 5, 6 in Virginia, and now we moved to California. And I don't get that me time with you at work anymore. No, I would just say, I would like for you to get your me time.
like Eric's
No,
time?
it's him.
Yeah.
It's him. It's not me.
Teardrop.
He starts it.
Get in there.
And nothing fell.
He starts it.
You inhaled it.
I can't look at you.
I'm not
Can't look at
loopy.
you. No, but it's been a big transition for us, and especially for him.
I heard it.
Well, I don't know.
Everything's gonna be all right.
All right, Cookie Margarita Munoz.
Fix how you change your socks. It's been years and you're still doing them the same way. No, for 2025, I say go get it. I'm here, boo. Go get it. Make my money because I need a new ring. And a new deck,
New deck.
some carpet. He brought a cat home.
You brought a cat home.
He brought a cat home and it pisses
Got you
everywhere.
on the
Like
deck.
Adam
garbage
will do your
crap.
deck for free.
That's why I was like, come over, man.
man. He needs to practice.
I've never done a deck. We're gonna find out how it goes.
All right, everybody. The Peak Performers 2025, well, 2024, but we're doing a 2025 trip. Shout out to all the spouses that are here. We appreciate y'all supporting us. We
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you,
the
lady.
continued support. And I think we end
Gentlemen.
this-
And gentlemen,
I said spouses. I went neutral, gender neutral, buddy. Come on.
kings and queens in Jamaica.
Okay, yeah, man. No problems, only situations, and we're out.